three chairs or something that accomplishes what three chairs can accomplish. So one chair is over here, another chair is here. What this does for us is it frames a little practice space where you have something to give you confidence and balance for when we do single leg work on either side, when we shift weight, also when we turn and do exercises where we're turning. We want to just make sure we have the what we need to be safe. Sort of paradox of crutches, walkers, and other things like that. These tools for assistance. The paradox is that if we use them incorrectly, we're leaning too heavily on it. We're not really training the correct skills. But if we use them, like a lot of times you see people with walkers and they're walking along like this and they're training really bad posture. But if you stand correctly and use them to give you confidence to work on relaxing and walking naturally, it can be incredibly useful. So anyway, so take the time to set up the space like so. One chair for sitting, two chairs for something that gives you this level of support on either side. And then the important area is this. This space here is where we do all of our work. All right? So, once you got that set up, we open with seated meditation. Key to a good seated meditation is that you get your structural alignment correct first. So usually that requires a bit of effort, a little bit of tipping your pelvis forward, lifting the chest a little, bringing the chin down so the back of the head goes up so the crown is above the body. And then once you have that good alignment, the difficult next aspect is softening and relaxing without losing that alignment. So dropping whatever excess tension you might be feeling in the jaw, the neck, the chest, the back, shoulders, down through the belly, hips, and legs. Just being as relaxed as you can be. And with that excellent posture, breathe in and breathe out. Long, smooth breath. I'm going to mute everybody. So again, if you have any questions during, you'll have to come up and unmute for the question. Emphasis in Tai Chi and Taoist practice is softness. Softness, not collapsed, lifeless softness, but more like the softness of a baby, right? That plumpness, that juiciness, that fluidity, which gives us a lot of function. It allows for movement and resilience and a dispersal of pressure through the body and an ability to issue power through the body. So the more stuck we are, the less we can actually issue force and adapt. So this is the insight of the Taoist practitioners. So inhaling long and smooth fills us up, stretches us open. Exhaling long and empty softens and melts, and you might even tone the core a little bit to empty a little extra. And then you would inhale, filling up, and then exhale, empty. Continuing that. Allow for change in shape. Our body's not a static single thing. It's a changing, an ebbing and a flowing, a rising and a sinking, an expanding and a compressing. That's That's what an alive body's got to have, right? Yin and yang. Two more breaths. Your next inhale, slide your hands, elbows, shoulders back, lift your chest and chin up. Arch the body. On your next exhale, slide those hands forward, past your knees, hollow the chest, drop your head and round your back. And again, slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Arching, right? So again, we're changing shape. And exhale. Round. 3 more. And make sure you're moving. Make sure you're moving through the ranges. Don't get stuck. Right? The brain and body don't want to just kind of have your movements be really small. They got to be big. They got to exert some mind power through your body. Now, back to the middle. Let's go rotation. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head to the right. Rotate. And then we come back to center and turn to the left. Back to center, turn to the right. And just don't be in a rush. You don't have to keep up with me on any of these exercises. It's not about racing to keep up with me. It's about finishing each movement. It's about you gently but persistently easing your body into this more supple and functional state. And again, these are on video, these are recorded so that you can go back to them and use this every day, right? This is just like flossing your teeth. Hopefully you do that every day, right? Or you brush your teeth, or you drink water, right? Same idea. The body needs this movement. Hang the arms loose and let's just lean a little to the right. Lift your left wrist up. Notice where it's just close to the body. Elbow floating. And then down with the arm. Come up to the middle. And then lean to your left. Lean the body. Float the wrist up. That allows you just that little extra bit of lean. And then back to the center. Lean to the right. Back to center. Emphasis is on not being stuck, not having joints and tissue relationships that are impeded. And then that also goes for the brain. Brain and body network. All right, and back to center. Now, bring your legs together, and we want to loosen up this relationship here where the arm and the shoulder blade meet the chest. This area tends to be one that's top-heavy and stuck and clumsy. So lean forward, float your arms forward, and bring the arms together, and then make a circle. Go out, and then come around and in. Then forward, bring the backs of the hands together, make a circle, come around and in. Again, forward and out, round and in. And then we go forward and up to about chest level, and then go out, turn your palms forward, come down, and forward, Backs of hands touch, come up and go open. Palms face forward, down. One more of those. So these movements that free the mechanisms. And then let's go full range. Forward, keep the hands together until you get all the way up. And then go out. And then forward. Keep the hands together until you get all the way up. Out. One more. Reverse. We go back, out, but notice how low my hands stay. Come forward and in. So just make these low circles. Again, we're just loosening up this space here that tends to be a common stuck spot in the human body for everybody. Now open, out, and lift. And then come over top, close, down, under, open, out, up, close. Down. One more. And then we go full range, open, out, up, keep going up as high as you can. Down. Again, open, out, up, keep going up. One more. So now, ideally, that's giving you a little more looseness through your arms. Now, scoot a little bit back on your chair, very stable. Bring your right knee up, flex your right foot, draw the whole leg in with a loaded into a loaded position, and then push, and then reload it, and then set it down. Other leg, load it, push away, reload it, down. In the beginning, you can use the hands to really assist the load, unload, reload. Eventually, you want to be able to do that all with no hands, just with your brain. Pull in, extend out, pull in. But feel free to use the hands if it helps you finish the loading position. Load, push, load. It's all about range. It's all about freeing up these relationships between the hips and legs. And now, straighten your right leg out, point the foot, and flex the foot. Point, flex. Point, flex. And then we tilt the foot in, tilt the foot out. It's called invert, evert. And then we circle in, point, out, flex. Again, in, point, out, flex. In, point, out, flex. Circle. Reverse circle, other way. And down. Other leg. Point and flex. And tilt the foot in a little, out, in, out, in, out, and in, point, out, flex, circle. Reverse circle. Down. Scoot your bottom all the way to the front edge of the chair one more time. Step your feet wider apart than hip distance. Now lift the toes up, the heels stay on the ground. Turn the toes and the knees in, and then turn the toes and the knees out. Feel that all the way up in your hips. In, out, in, in, out, and neutral. Now the balls of the feet stay on the ground. The heels come in, heels go out, heels in, heels out. So we're freeing up this spot here where the legs and hips meet. External, internal, rotation, and then back to neutral. Legs stay neutral, then from the hips, fold, fold, and then sit vertical and tip back. Sit vertical, fold, sit vertical, tip back, vertical. Again, fold, upright, tip back, and one more, fold, upright, tip back. Now, hang your arms loose. Slide your relaxed legs, slide those feet back a little bit. Arms are loose, right? We just did all these nice circles, so hopefully they're feeling light and relaxed. Fold, and in order to stand up, we go forward first so the weight can get down to the earth, and then come all the way tall. Now, hip hinge. Notice I didn't bend my knees, but I did hip hinge, and the arms are loose. The torso is now at an angle, so we want to create this shape. Then we fold more here, and that's what bends the knees. Make sure you don't push your knees forward. Commit to the chair, so now you're back to vertical. So we're all the way back. Now, in order to stand up, we don't just shoot up. We fold and go forward enough so the weight gets down through the legs. Then it's easy peasy to stand all the way forward. The weight stays under the legs, under the feet as we fold our relaxed body. You stay relaxed, weight is still under the feet until you make contact with the chair. Then you can commit to the chair. Now the feet are empty. Let's do that one more time. Fold, rise, fold. Now fold and rise. Now don't sit in your chair, but fold and sit as if you're going to sit in your chair and try to touch your toes, touch the floor, and then push through the earth and rise tall, all the way tall. And again, fold, sit the buttocks, angle down, and then push through the earth and rise all the way super tall. Two more. One. And we're vertical. All right. Now come stand in front of your chair that's on your left and face it. Now, hands, fingers touching the chair lightly and tip into your toes. And then tip into your heels. Tip into your toes. And heel. Toe. Heels. Now we take that up a notch. Go to your toes. Stay in your toes and lift. And then down, rock back to your heels. Stay in your heels and lift. Hands on the chair for safety. And then into your toes and lift. Down, rock back into your heels and lift. Use the chair for safety, please. Toes, lift. Rock back to your heels. Lift. Feet at equal distance. Now place the heels of your hands on your chair. Walk your feet back. So we got this distance. And now from the same hips, hinge. Hinge at the hips. This is downward facing dog. And then chest up, hips come forward a little bit, you take the pressure out of the posture and then go back in. Hinge at the hips. Try to stretch shoulders, back, buttocks, and legs. And then chest up, hips come forward a little bit. One more time. Hinge. So again, the body is built to make these different shapes, these positions. Go ahead and lift the chest. Now walk your feet all the way forward, close to the chair. Stand tall under your own power. Turn and face forward and step back a little bit from the chair. And from here, no hands, but you know the chair's there for safety. Take your index finger and place it in your belly button or on your belly button. And just keep it there for a moment and move from the belly. Put more weight into your right leg and then more weight into your left leg. So when we move from this middle place in the body, we don't have to do other extraneous things. We don't have to lean or tip or anything like that. All we do is just from the middle. Now you can drop your hand and just try to change the weight more to your right leg and then change the weight more to your left leg. Let your arms be loose and relaxed. Also, the legs are supposed to behave more like springs than like stilts. So when you go over to your right leg, can you allow a little softness through the leg? You see how I'm doing this here? How I'm allowing a little bend in this leg. That allows all the weight to go through just one leg, and then test it. Can you do this? Can you slide this foot around a little bit? And by foot, I really mean, can you empty the hip so that this isn't stuck? Now change. So now from that same middle, we change. Let your other leg behave like a spring. Give it that soft quality and see if you can have a little freedom of movement here with your other leg. So this is sort of the underlying skill to everything you want to do in terms of walking, stepping upstairs, downstairs, turning around. All the skills that allow us to enjoy the world rely on this. We just haven't had to think about it until illness or age starts to take it away. So just focus on that a couple more rounds. Let the weight go down through one leg so that this one's free, and then change. In Tai Chi, they call this separate, empty, and full. Rather than being what's called double weighted, where we're always somewhat in both legs, we want to get to where one is clearly the mountain, and the other is clearly the cloud, empty, light, free. And then we got to be able to switch so that the other becomes the mountain and the other becomes the cloud. Usually you'll have a strong side and a weak side, a side that you are comfortable in and a side that feels really scary, right? Or more scary. And we want to even that out. Next exercise, put all your weight into your left leg. The chair's there if you need it, right? But now lift to your tippy toes of your empty cloud foot. Then place that heel back down and change the weight. So now your weight's down through the other leg, and now you've got the cloud foot over here. Lift the heel and get to the tip of the shoe. And then place that foot down from your middle, change, and lift the heel, get to the tip of the shoe. Change. Empty foot, tip of the shoe. Foot down, change. So that's level 2 of this exercise. Level 3 now. Hand on chair for sure so that you can go tip of the shoe and lift that empty foot. Place the whole foot back on the ground. Put the weight into that leg. And now you got this cloud foot, tip of the shoe, lift. Place it down. If you're feeling pretty sturdy, pretty steady, maybe you play with no hand or just a light touch of the chair. But eventually you get to where you can change, lift, change, lift. Now this is the easiest it'll get because we're not going anywhere. We're We're not moving backwards or forwards, right? We're just right where we are, working on changing leg to leg. Let's go level 4 of this exercise. Hand on chair, please. Tippy toe, and now this leg empty all the way up and all the way down. Place the whole foot on the ground. Let's do the same leg. All the way up, all the way down. 2 more. Up, down. So we got full, empty, right? Now switch legs. Change the weight into that right leg, empty left foot, and go all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. One more. Now let's switch each time. Change the weight. Go for a full lift of the empty leg. Set that empty foot down while it's still empty. Then change. Lift. Lower. Change. Maybe someday you'll feel comfortable with no hand. All right. Now, make sure you stepped a little bit back from your chair so it's in front of you. We need basically a little runway of space in front where the chair can support you. Put all your weight into your left leg and then put your empty right foot in front with the heel touching. So I'll turn sideways so you can just see. Notice I didn't take a humongous step forward. The smaller the better in the beginning. A small step with no body weight, all your weight's through one leg. Now, the primary direction is down. So when I move forward, I actually am thinking more down to the earth. And then the same when you go into the back leg, it's down. So I don't need to lean forward, lurch forward, push forward at all. All you do is make sure you got down to the ground and down to the ground. And the body is moved forward and it's moved backwards. A few more. Down. Down. Now let's add challenge. You got your empty foot in front. Disconnect it from the ground, lifting a straight leg from the hip. Place the heel down and then shift. Now that right leg will be your mountain. Your back leg, the cloud, bend the knee. Right? So that it's just like this, like a little flamingo, bend the knee. And then put the toe down behind you and shift. As the weight goes down through your back leg, your front leg should be empty. Therefore, it can lift. And then shift, and the weight goes down to the earth through the front leg. Now your back leg is empty. You should be able to bend at the knee. And again, shift. 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 All right, so it's separating, being clearly full and clearly empty, and then being able to be clearly full and clearly empty. Now let's go level 3 here of full lift, down, shift. Now this back leg, go forward and up, reach the toe back behind you and shift. This empty leg, lift and lower while empty, shift. Now this leg, bring the knee forward and up and reach the toe back while it's still empty. And shift. 2 more. Lift, lower, shift. Lift, return, shift. 1 more. All right, so again, this chair, I'm using it to give me confidence not to lean on it with all my body. Now let's switch sides. We got this other chair. Other hand can use it. Put all your weight in your right leg. Put your left foot in front, no body weight. Remember, the first exercise is just shift, 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 shift. Loose and relaxed. One full, one empty. One more. Now, all the weight down through your back leg, hand on the chair so you can safely lift, lower, shift. And then your back leg's the empty leg, so you can do a little flamingo. Bend to the knee, toe down, shift, lift, lower, shift. Bend the knee, toe down, shift. And ideally, there's softness and relaxation throughout the body, which allows us to be steady and sturdy underneath, but light and buoyant in the body. Hand on the chair, lift, down, shift. And then this back leg forward and up, reach the toe back, shift. Weight down through that back leg, we lift, lower, shift. And then forward and up, reach the toe back, shift. Weight down allows freedom here, lift, shift. Now the weight's down through this leg, so we can lift and return, shift. Now switch back to your first side. Make sure, again, you've got this runway in front of you. Chairs off to your right. Put all your weight in your left leg. Put your right foot in front, and now we go shift, and then step this foot forward. Now repeat this movement a couple of times here. So all my weight's in this leg, right? It should be your right leg. It's my left leg, but your right leg. And just this freedom of movement. Notice I'm not changing my body weight, and I'm just moving this empty foot. Okay? Now put that foot in front and shift onto it. So you move forward when you shift, not when you step. So now I shift, I move backwards. Same thing here. Step the foot behind. Notice the body doesn't move, but then when you shift into the leg, your body is moved backwards. So here, my body's moved forwards as I'm changing into that leg, but when I step the foot, I don't move forward. And then I shift, and that's when I move forward. And then shift, step, shift. Now, eventually you can have that so smooth that it looks like you're just moving forward the whole time, where you just go shift, step, shift, and you're traveling forward, or shift, step, shift, and then it's back to regular, just flowing around space. But you have to slow it down to find, okay, that's where I move. I'm stepping while not moving, and then shifting. That's where I move. So you are brought backwards and forwards by going down. Level 2. Lift, lower, shift. Now there's an obstacle. Step over. Shift. Flamingo. Shift. Now there's an obstacle. Up, tuck, reach. Shift. Front leg, lift, lower, and shift. Now step over the obstacle. Up and over. Shift. Lift and lower that back foot. Shift. Step back. Shift. Lift, lower, shift. Step over. Shift. And then finally, full range. Lift, lower, shift. We go heel, knee, foot, shift. Bring that knee up, back, shift. Now up, tuck, reach, shift. Lift, lower, shift. Full range step. All right, so we take a couple steps. 1 step, 2 step, right? And we're back. Switch sides. Again, we got the other chair so the other hand can touch it, and we've got the other leg arrangement. So put all the weight in your right leg now. Your left foot in front, level 1 is shift. And now just repeat this part where you go step, 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 step. So this foot should remain empty the whole time, right? And then put it in front and now shift into it. Shift back, step back, shift back. Shift forward, step forward, shift forward. Shift back, step back, shift back. Shift, step, shift. Shift, step. Level 2, hand on chair. So you can go lift, lower, shift, step over something, shift, flamingo. So now we're just adding this challenge of disconnecting the foot. Because again, these different ways of walking that we train in martial arts and Tai Chi, they're not so that you'll go walk to the bathroom like this or go down the supermarket aisle like this, right? When we're out in public, we'll probably just walk like we walk. But the idea is we want to make sure we are keeping wide our abilities, right? Because the body's built to be able to do all different interesting footwork. Now let's go full range. Lift, lower, shift. Full range. We go heel, knee, foot, down, shift. Bring this knee up, back, shift, right? This is full range walking. So that when you practice difficult walking challenges, then just regular walking from here to the bathroom or around your kitchen becomes much easier. It starts to feel like nothing, no problem. Because we're branching out, we're breaking loose these stagnant mechanisms. All right. So now, let's put that into real practice here as we go all the way over to the left side of your space. And then turn and face downrange. So look how much of a runway I have now. Big runway. And I've got chairs on my left so that I know where I can go if I need help. Put all your weight in your right leg, left foot in front, empty. Now we go down through that foot, which moves you forward. Step down through that foot, which moves you forward. So step without moving. Shift down, and that moves you forward. Step, shift, step, shift, step, shift. Now we're headed the other way, backwards, but it's the same thing. It's down through a sturdy leg, a mountain, step the cloud foot behind with no weight, and then go down through that leg. That moves you backwards. So people get in trouble when going backwards because they start leaning backwards or falling backwards, but it's just up and down. Step the foot behind and then go down through the leg. Step the foot behind, down through the leg. And the body is moved backwards when I go down. Step, down, step, down, step, down. Let's go forwards again, but remember, forwards is really just down, step the foot out there, and then go down, step, down, 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 and then backwards, down, step, down, commit, commit. So if you don't commit to one leg, it won't free the other leg, and so then you're not able to take a step. Again, a couple more, see if you can start to flow it a little bit. Just go. Just keep in mind it's down, 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 down. Down through one allows you to step the other. So you got this middle pivot. Forward and back. Let's just do a few more. Last one. All right. Now turn and face forward. You're at the far left of your space. This is our starting gait, and that's our runway. All the weight in your left leg, right foot empty, step it out and back in. Again, out, in, out, in, out, in. Now, out, change the weight down through your right leg, that moved you to the right, and then down through your left leg, that moved you to the left. Pelvis, belly, spine, torso, this whole body just along for the ride. Right? We got this, and then we got these two. All right. Then go down through your right leg, so your right leg takes all the weight, your left foot is empty, bring it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and in. Now keep that left foot in, change the weight down through your left leg, empty the right, and then down through your right leg, empty the left. Down through your left leg, empty the right. Down through the right, empty the left. Change, change, change. Now stay down through your left, step out through the right, and then change, step, change, step, change, step, change, step, change, step. And let's head back that way. Now, adding to it, shift and turn, brush and sweep. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. So again, on the Friday class, this is the bear, washing, pause, and string. Now, add the walk. We go shift, turn, brush, sweep, step in. Change the weight into the left leg, turn, brush, sweep. Right foot should be empty, step out. Shift to the right leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Left foot should be empty, step it in. Shift into that left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Right foot's empty, step it out. So we're still heading to the right the whole time. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Left foot steps in. Shift into that left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Now right foot again can step out. Shift and turn, brush, sweep, step left foot in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step right foot out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Now bring left foot in and back out. Now we shift, turn, brush, sweep, step right foot in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step left foot out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step out. Traveling. And there and back again. Let's add left hand high, right hand low, brush knee, swat the jumping fish. Step the left foot in, then left hand goes low, right hand comes high. Shift, turn, brush, swat, Step, right foot out. Hands change. Right hand down, left hand up. Shift, turn, brush, swap. Step left foot in. The hands change, high to low, low to high. Shift, turn, brush, swap. And if this is too much, just go back to the bear washing paws, the previous exercise. The idea here is freedom of movement, freedom of change around the middle pivot. So the legs are going full to empty and empty back to full. The waist is turning to the right and then turning back to the left. One arm is high, the other low, and then they're changing low to high and then changing back to high to low. So this idea that that's how we cultivate a functional vehicle. And when we lose this, that's when everything starts to get clumsier. That's when falls begin to start happening. And it's sort of a self-defeating cycle because we feel less courageous to move, right? And so this combination of Monday, Friday class that I do, if you do it, it actually produces these results. But you do have to do it, of course. Now, come stand in between the chairs, and let's get our rotational reorientational steps. Weight down through the left leg, right foot empty, turn it out, turn it neutral, turn it in. Now add to this, when you turn the leg out, turn the pelvis itself, turn the chest and the head, so you're looking to the right. And then neutral, looking forward, and then when you turn this right leg in, turn the hips and turn the shoulders and look to the left side of your space. Now skip neutral and just turn all the way to the open position. Feel how this is open, and then this is closed. The groin area is pinched closed. And then when you turn this way, both groins are somewhat rotated open. Back to neutral. Let's do that with the other side. All the way down through the right leg. Turn your left leg out. Turn your body and everything to look left. And then skip neutral and just turn in. Skip neutral and turn out. And in. Turn out. So all the weight is down through one leg. Everything else is buoyant and free, loose, adaptive. And then back to neutral. Put all the way through the left leg. Turn the right leg and body open and out, and then just change the weight into the right leg. Bring the left foot to match. So now we've reoriented to the right. Now put all the weight in the left leg, open, and then change the weight in the right leg. So notice I've now done 2 quarter turns. I'm 180 degrees reoriented. Now I'm going to reorient that way. Not by turning forcefully, but by putting the weight in this leg and opening, right? And then when I change the weight, now I'm reoriented this way. Same thing, put the weight in the left leg, right foot is empty, turn the leg open, turn the body open, and then bring it to neutral. Let's do that again. Weight down through the left, open, weight down through the right, bring the left foot to match it. Down through the left, open, down through the right. So a lot of the magic happens here, groin area, where the legs plug into the hips. If this is stuck, then of course when I turn, I got to do some forceful thing there. But if it's loose, right? If there's some lubrication and some WD-40 on these gears, then you can execute this turning around in space safely. Let's go the other way. So now weight down through the right leg, open. Put the weight through the left leg, bring the right foot to match. Down through the right leg, open. Bring the right foot to match. Down through right leg, open. Open. Okay, so we went around twice. Now right leg is the moving leg, open, except now we do the opposite. So back to neutral, turn the right leg in. This is a closed position, and then change your weight to the right leg and bring the left foot to match. Now I've quarter turned to the left. And again, empty that right leg, turn it in, right? The whole body turns, and then change the weight and bring left foot to match. Keep going. So it's this right leg that's empty. I turn it in, and then change the weight onto that leg and bring the body around. Turn in. Go around twice. In, turn. Change. In, turn. Change. Left foot. Internal. Change. Internal. Change. Again, it's the same thing if you're driving a car, you got to learn how to put it in reverse. You got to learn how to turn the wheel left, turn the wheel right. So basic movements. Around twice. You notice the feeling of being unsafe, kind of sense what that's coming from. A lot of it is because of the tension in the body that's not allowing you to actually ground well. So it's the softening and relaxing that's required. But softening is very difficult when we're afraid. When we feel like, whoa, I could fall, the body tightens, right? It's just this feedback loop that we have to win against by being relaxed. That's what your chairs are there for, to go, okay, I know where my chair is, so can I relax and then work on moving in a soft, relaxed way, a relaxed body. Right? Now let's put those last two together. We go right foot turn out, put all the weight in the right foot, turning, and then turn the left foot in, so that in 2 foot moves, you're 180 degrees. And then you just do that again. Turn right foot out, change, turn in, and you're back to the start. So this turn, turn. How do you do it safely? By separating full and empty, being clear on what is full and empty. And basically test yourself. The minimum number of steps to get around would be 2, like I just showed you. Let's go the other way. Left foot turn out, shift, right foot turn in, and I've gotten 180 degrees. But if it takes you 3 or 4 or 5, that's fine. Don't rush. Just work on being down through the ground. Relax. Down through the ground. Down. Down. The lighter and more relaxed, the less clumsiness we feel in the body, especially over time. All right. And then last thing, facing forward, hands together, rub your palms. Rub the back of one hand. Rub your palms. Rub the back of the other hand. Palms. And then hands on the quad, the groin area. So this really important mechanism is the groin, then the hip flexors, the front of the hips, then the tail, the lower back, all of that, and then hip hinge, sit the buttocks, sweep the hands down the outside of the legs, around to the inside, come all the way up to the navel. Let's do that again. Groin, hip flexors, tail, lumbar, and then the hips hinge and sit. Sweep the hands down the outside of the legs, around to the inside of the legs, and up, and then one more time. And finally, up the outside of the arm to the shoulder. Turn the palm up, sweep off, outside, inside, outside, inside. And switch, outside, inside, outside. And closing the whole practice, wing, roll, fold, settle to the belly, seal the practice. 1, 2. All right, thanks everybody. Great job. If you have questions, feel free to unmute and ask. All right, thanks, Renee. Good to see you. Have a great week.